Greetings, wrestling fans, and welcome back to another Raw review. I just want to say that I really do not understand how people have told me. There are some people that have told me, well, not that they've told me, just said in general, that they think Edge and Beth Phoenix versus Miz and Maurice is the best feud of 2022. Now, you're free to have your opinion, but in my opinion, you're a fool. It is the absolute worst part of Monday Night Raw, and I don't understand how anybody enjoys it. But I guess you got your tastes, I suppose. But I do not enjoy it whatsoever. So the show began with this weighing thing. Wasn't really paying attention. Brock Lesnar outweighed Bobby Lashley. I don't really care. I don't really care for this feud. And neither should you. And then we get our first matchup. We had Bianca Blair versus the Queen, Zelina. Very surprised they had Carmella and Zelina separated, because they both had matches tonight. This is what happens when you have no tag teams. But anyway, Zelina and Bianca had a decent match. Bianca Blair would win the match with a KOD. Bianca is becoming very much like everybody else that just wins all the time. I think fans are slowly gonna start getting sick of Bianca Blair at this point. They add another vignette of Veer Mahan. Emelina. Veer Mahan is putting Emelina to shame. But you know what? At least Emelina debuted. And I don't even know why they're hiding Veer Mahan. We saw him with Jinder Mahal. Alexa Bliss had another therapy session, continuously talking about Lily. It's making me sound like she's going to become Lily. And then we had Kevin Owens facing Damian Priest for the... Was the championship on the line in this match? I think it was. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was on the line. I was trying to remember who it was. Kevin Owens won by disqualification. Damian Priest got mad. So therefore, Kevin Owens won the match, but not the title. I wouldn't be mad if Kevin Owens wins the United States Championship. I wouldn't. I think he deserves it for his loyalty to the company. He could have left. He could have chose to leave the company and go to All Elite Wrestling, but no. He chose to be loyal with WWE. I think loyalty should be rewarded. Ripley, Liv Morgan, and 24/7 champion Dana Brooke battled Carmella, Tamina, and Nikki, almost a superhero. I don't think this almost a superhero thing is going to work as a heel, but that's a discussion for another day. The faces would win. Rhea Ripley would apply what I like to call it, the brutality lock. That's what I like to call it. To make the most beautiful woman perform the most beautiful tap out in WWE history. She would make Carmella tap, tap, tap. RK Bro would win the Spelling Bee competition against Alpha Academy. I didn't know dumbbell was the most common unspelled word of all time. It doesn't look that difficult to spell to me. But anyway, RK Bro would win. Chad got cocky. He misspelled his word, and it led to RK Bro's victory. Randy Orton would defeat Chad Gable in a singles match. In a very, very, very good singles match. And speaking of very good singles matches, we had AJ Styles against Austin Theory. Yes, I'm praising Austin Theory here. He had a good showing here. I'm not a big fan of this guy, but he had a good showing here in this match. I was more concerned that he was probably going to win. But AJ Styles would walk away with the victory. The Mysterios would defeat the Street Profits. I mean, do you guys care? I certainly didn't. There's one thing I want to quickly talk about when it comes to the Alexa Bliss situation. She will not be in the Women's Royal Rumble match, nor do I think she should be. I know people, I know people got a bit upset at me when I said that, but people tell me to be patient. This is me being patient. I'm telling you guys, Alexa Bliss not being in the Royal Rumble makes sense because she's still in therapy. You can't have her in therapy and be at the Royal Rumble at the same time. Sasha Banks is going to miss the Royal Rumble. You don't see me begging and hoping her recovery process happens before the Royal Rumble. They said she's out 5 weeks. Means she's missing the Royal Rumble. So I have to accept it. Do I hope for a miracle? Yeah, I hope for a miracle, but I don't think it's going to happen. But also when it comes to Alexa Bliss, WWE filed to trademark the Goddess. So this is getting a lot of people thinking that we're going to get the Goddess again. Alexa Bliss tweeted about how evolving is important and you should never take steps back. And she was also the one that told everybody to be patient about her story. If Alexa Bliss is telling you guys to A, be patient, and B, evolution is important to character development, I've been saying this forever! I've been saying this forever! Evolution is important! I said this about Bayley, I've said this about Sami Zayn, I've said this about Apollo Crews, I've said this about Mustafa Ali, I've said this about so many people who have gone through character changes. But yet I get scolded at, I get yelled at, oh, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It doesn't need to be changed. It does need to be changed. Bayley grew out of her character and she moved on to something that is now much better and more successful. Sami Zayn moved on from what he was doing to now becoming a more arrogant, obnoxious guy. And another thing I've also said is if you're a heel, you gotta get boos and you gotta get the crowds to react and boo and make noise. Alpha Academy do that. They are successful heels because they're getting reactions from the crowd. They get the boos, the you suck chants. And I said this about the same thing with Sami Zayn. He gets the heel reactions necessary. If he was to fail as a heel, they would have turned him babyface a long time ago. But Sami Zayn continues to get the good reactions that you need to be as a heel. That's why he's been a heel for so damn long. Because he gets the reactions you need as a heel. But yes, Bliss said character development and evolution is important and being patient. And yet people are telling me she should be in the Royal Rumble. No. Be patient. Alexa should only make her way back to Monday Night Raw when her therapy sessions are over. And her therapy sessions are clearly far from over. And then we get the worst part of Monday Night Raw. I know, you're surprised I'm not saying it's Alexa. The worst part of Monday Night Raw was Edge and Beth ruining Maurice's birthday party. And yet people tell me this is the best feud on Monday Night Raw. This is obnoxious. This is shithouse. I give Miz credit when he needs it. But he's a damn good heel. Like that. Like this right there. I just said he's a damn good heel. But it's so obnoxious. I just don't care about any of them. I don't care about Miz. Don't care about Maurice. Used to like Maurice. Wasn't really much of a fan of Beth. And I was never a fan of Edge growing up. I loved to hate Edge. I loved to hate Edge when I was a kid. He was such a damn good heel, Edge. I loved to hate Edge. But I just don't care for this feud. I just don't. It's the WWE Championship match is supposed to be more important, but they treat Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar as just as an attraction match. But yet they have Edge and Miz main event every Raw. It's pathetic. But anyway, guys, those are your thoughts on Monday Night Raw. The Edge segment sucked. And honestly, I wanted to turn off my TV when it actually started. I just do not care for it. It was a terrible, terrible feud. Outside of a few good matches, you know, Raw wasn't too bad this week. Outside of a few good matches like Randy and Chad and Styles and Theory, it was an average episode. So see you guys next time. Hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.